Get ready as we kick off the countdown of the best telescopes for beginners and discover which starter scopes give you clear or inspiring views without breaking the bank. Today, I'm going to be going over the best telescopes for beginners that you can get right now. All of the products mentioned are linked in the description, so check them out if you're interested in any of them. With that, let's begin. At number 5, we have the G-Sky telescope. From the moment you unbox this compact refractor, you feel the intention is to invite new observers into the night sky with minimal friction. Optical tube carries a 70mm aperture and a 400mm focal length in a lightweight package, a combination that keeps the instrument manageable for first-timers and young stargazers without sacrificing the potential to glimpse the moon's rugged terrain or the bright bands of Jupiter on a clear evening. Setup is straightforward. Attach the tube to the sturdy aluminum tripod, slide in the eyepieces, align the 5x24 finder with the subject you want to chase, and you're ready to explore. 10mm and 20mm eyepieces provide immediate, usable magnifications, while a 3x Barlow lens expands the range for planets and brighter deep sky targets when conditions permit, though the image will naturally soften as magnification climbs toward the upper limits of the aperture. The optical surfaces are described as multi-coated, helping to dampen reflections and improve contrast, which matters when you're hunting for the delicate features on the lunar mare or the subtle bands on Saturn. Diagonal is included to improve viewing comfort, especially for beginners who want a more natural, upright orientation. The kit typically bundles a smartphone adapter and a few practical accessories that enable quick sharing of what you observe, which can be a huge motivator for younger audiences and curious family members. Portability is the keyword here. The scope travels easily in a car or a closet-sized storage space, and the layout encourages short, repeatable sessions that suit busy schedules or unpredictable weather. On the downside, the aperture is modest by serious astronomy standards. Faint nebulae in light-polluted neighborhoods require a larger instrument in darker skies, and while the 3x Barlow amplifies the view, it also narrows the usable field of view and demands a steadier hand or a heavier mount to maintain sharpness. For beginners who want a gentle bridge to real observing, the G-Sky telescope provides a friendly balance of ease, performance, and value. Compared to the telescope refractor, which I have included as number 4 on this list, the G-Sky telescope is lighter and more portable for quick observing sessions, though it offers a smaller fixed aperture and optics that are more sensitive to seeing conditions in marginal skies. At number 4, we have the telescope refractor. This everyday entry-level refractor is designed to be forgiving yet capable, offering a practical balance between ease of use and optical clarity that makes it a strong first or second telescope for families and hobbyists alike. The optical tube, typically around 70 to 80mm in aperture, delivers crisp daylight views of distant landscapes and lets you glimpse the lunar surface with surprising polish, while long exposure to the night sky becomes more rewarding with practice and patience. Assembly starts with the sturdy aluminum tripod, then the tube is mounted on a simple Altaz platform that keeps pointing intuitive and accessible. With a pair of included eyepieces, commonly a 10mm and a 20mm, you have an immediate way to establish a wide field view for scanning star fields or spotting bright open clusters, and you can switch to higher magnification as you develop your technique. 5x24 finder scope helps you align with targets at low power before you push toward the higher magnification options, and a 1.25-inch diagonal makes viewing more comfortable for longer sessions. Optics are designed to minimize color fringing for the most common targets, and the system benefits from solid mechanical stability in a mid-range price bracket, making it a reliable choice for weekend skywatchers who want to avoid frequent recalibration or misalignment. Portability remains a key asset, with a compact tube length that travels well in a car and opens up to a comfortable height for most observers. As with all beginner refractors, performance is highly dependent on skies. Under light-polluted conditions, you'll still notice a difference when comparing to larger instruments, but the upshot is clear. You can enjoy bright lunar craters, broad star fields, and a handful of bright deep sky targets without breaking the bank. Compared to the G-Sky telescope, which I have included as number 5 on this list, the telescope refractor offers a more substantial mount and a slightly larger aperture, but it can be a touch heavier and less ideal for truly portable, quick-session use. At number 3, we have the astronomy refractor telescope. This model leans into the classic refractor design with a focus on clean, steady performance that rewards steady hands and patient observing. The optical tube tends to range around an 80 to 90mm aperture in many beginner-friendly configurations, paired with a proportionate focal length that supports a longer eye relief and a high-quality image with reduced chromatic aberration. What you get in practice is a bright, high-contrast view of the moon's rugged geography, Jupiter's cloud bands, and Saturn's rings that look surprisingly crisp when you align the finder scope. Select an appropriate eyepiece and allow the air to settle. The mount typically uses a robust aluminum tripod with a stable Altaz head, giving you the confidence to track objects as they drift across the sky without jitter. Included eyepieces, often 10mm and 25mm, cover useful range for beginners, while a 1.25-inch diagonal helps maintain comfortable viewing angles during longer sessions. Built-in or attachable finder improves first target acquisition, and the overall weight remains manageable for family use or transit to a local dark sky site. One practical advantage of this class of refractor is the smoother color correction and the more forgiving nature of optical alignment, a big factor when you're learning the ropes of telescope setup. Under starry, darker skies, you'll find this instrument more capable of pulling in star clusters and brighter nebulae than a smaller beginner model, with noticeably better edge-to-edge sharpness. For anyone building a casual observatory, the astronomy refractor telescope represents a strong middle ground between basic affordability and genuine observing satisfaction. Compared to the NASA Lunar Telescope for kids, which I have included as number 2 on this list, this model prioritizes optical performance and steadier handling over built-in kid-friendly features, giving you a more serious upgrade path for future astronomical adventures. At number 2, we have the NASA Lunar Telescope for kids. This entry is purpose-built for younger observers and families who want a friendly, forgiving entry into the night sky while still providing meaningful, real-world observing experiences. The instrument tends to emphasize a modest aperture in the neighborhood of 60mm, with a short, manageable focal length that yields comfortable, approachable magnifications for small hands and curious minds. Setup is intentionally simple: a stable small tripod, a straightforward mount, and a tube that's light enough for a child to handle with supervision. Beginner-friendly eyepieces, often in the 4x to 15x range when paired with the included Barlow or simple accessory kits, help youngsters spot craters on the moon, track the brighter planets, and even locate a few star clusters on well-lit nights. Telescope's company-grade coatings and rugged plastics stand up to enthusiastic use while keeping costs in check, which makes it easy to pair with a bedtime astronomy lesson or a science fair project. A distinctive feature of kid-focused models is the built-in educational content and ergonomic design that makes aiming and focusing intuitive. But there's a trade-off. The aperture is smaller, the field of view is wider, and the raw resolving power sits behind more serious instruments. Still, your child's excitement when they glimpse the moon's rough landscape or Saturn's rings is a powerful reminder of why beginners should start here and then graduate to more capable equipment as their curiosity grows. Parents and teachers, this telescope provides a confidence-building introduction to the sky and an opportunity to cultivate a lifelong interest in science. Compared to the generic telescope, which I have included as number 1 on this list, the NASA Lunar Telescope for kids is more approachable for children with safer handling, built-in educational framing, and controls that are accessible without complicated setup. But it does not offer the same level of optical depth or resolving power that a sturdier, larger instrument can deliver. At number 1, we have the generic telescope. This is the broadest, most versatile option in the lineup, designed to be a practical workhorse for families and hobbyists who want reliable performance without chasing boutique features. Optical tube is commonly in the 60 to 70mm range, a size that keeps the instrument light and easy to move around a yard or balcony, while still delivering satisfying views of the moon's craters, Jupiter's bands, and Saturn's rings with patience and careful focusing. The mount tends to be a straightforward Altaz setup on a compact tripod, which makes learning the basics of aiming, finding, and tracking second nature for new observers. Included eyepieces, often a 10mm and a 20mm pair, provide immediate options for both wide-field exploration and more detailed planetary scanning, and a low-power finder helps you align with your target before you commit to higher magnification. Coatings on the lenses are typically adequate for daylight and dusk observations, and the overall package emphasizes value, durability, and ease of use over exotic optics. Portability of the generic telescope means you can keep it in a closet, bring it to a friend's house, or carry it to a local park for a quick session when the sky is clear. Those who expect to grow into the hobby will appreciate an instrument that scales well with the addition of better eyepieces, a sturdier mount, or a larger optical tube in the future. Compared to the G-Sky telescope, which I have included as number 5 on this list, the generic telescope offers a more balanced approach to accessibility and upgrade potential, but it may lack some of the bundled accessories and the compact portability that a lighter, beginner-oriented kit can provide.